Hey there, we got another video here. This is a MDF sheet delivery. Got a semi here. So me and my boys are gonna get this taken care of. As you'll see though, yep, you just heard it. Some people aren't very patient. So God bless them. I thought it was kind of funny.
I think you wanted to leave, man. Okay, yeah, I'll see how two go. Okay. I'll see how. Yeah, the first one was a pain in the butt to get in there. Yeah, exactly. There it is. Two is good, or you want one?
Yeah.
Okay, two? Yeah. If it gets too heavy because your shoulders, just let me know. It's a different angle, so we're working a different muscle.
Now you'll notice here my boys actually are the ones unloading it. I'm right there, of course, just to make sure it's done right. But they really like doing that. They like the challenge to get that done. They like the work. So don't think that I'm not helping them. They're definitely wanting to do it. But I'm right there if they do need help. And like that, it's unloaded. So now to head back to the shop and unload it again, just this time into the front of the shop. Fun stuff.
There's this one too. Is this the other side of it? Or
Oh no, actually these are. Oh wait, maybe.
I don't know what that one is.
They're the exact same gloves, just a different pair.
why am I buckling?
Sound like it? Now I notice it takes me a little bit to get back up my driveway. My driveway is not incredibly long, but I'm actually purposely driving pretty slow because these MDF sheets, they're kind of slippery. So if I were to take off, we'd be picking them up off the ground. That would not be fun. So what happens here is essentially we just go ahead and clean out the front of the shop just from all the cuts from the last time I did MDF sheets like this. The cutoffs from it all just kind of gets piled up there as I'm working. So just basically clean those out real quick before we put the new ones in. So we're almost done getting all the stuff out. Once we get everything out, then of course we're gonna put the sheets in. But you'll notice here in a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure to get all the dust out real quick too, as that's a definite need a lot of times in the shop. Just even with all the dust collection and filters, you still have dust everywhere a lot of times. It's an active shop, so you'll see my technique here shortly. Not too many people use this, but I think it's pretty good. Gets the dust out for sure. Yep, you guessed it. It is a leaf blower, a gas leaf blower. But hey, it gets the job done really good, so why not? All right, and those are all the sheets unloaded. Now on to cutting. This is a little process. It's not that difficult, but it's amazing what you can do when you have a shop that's not the size of a warehouse, you know. Well, you might not know, but I started doing my work in a little shed, a little wooden shed on blocks. So this shop, as small as it may seem to some, it's basically an oversized garage, essentially. It's actually about 3 times the size of what I originally started in, so I'm super grateful to even have this space, and with power, and got some window AC units to try to keep it cool. Fun times. Alright, let's get to cutting. I think I'm listening to music here. I must be having fun. You'll notice I'm constantly kind of tapping the sides and pushing on the corners and such. It can be kind of strenuous, I guess, to some to try to get these cuts that perfect. Maybe it's just me, but you'd be amazed if you know when you're measuring just how much an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch, on depending on what the project is that these go to, could make that much of a difference. So gotta be pretty precise if you're actually caring about your product and what you're putting this into. Alright, so you'll see here exactly what I was talking about a minute ago. Tapping the sides and making sure that it's as close to perfect as I can get it anyway, because it makes that much of a difference, believe it or not. So this is cool. This is a touch screen, and on the left side there is the fully optimized sliding arm. It's got the two little adjusters that go back and forth depending on where you put it. Really precise. And then here in a second you'll see on the right side is the other fence. There it is, the big fence. And that's the same thing. Push the button on the touch screen and it'll slide to wherever you want it to be. And I just touched the command to go back to its original setting. That way I can shut it all down, and that turns off the blades. So there goes the blades. There's one for the main cutting. That one has a brake for safety. It stopped, and there's another one that goes backwards to do I forget what, a scoring blade. That's what it's called. That way you don't have any flare outs whenever you're cutting. Turned off the big Laguna here. That's the dust collection system. It's pretty loud. And now I'll get everything wrapped. So this is a pretty fun process. I also add labels here that shows my company and the sizes and such that I've cut, but I didn't show me putting them on there, but I always put that on top too. Just gonna put stuff in the truck, but you'll notice here the camera, I guess it was loose. I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden decides to droop down. So I don't know what happened with that. Anyway, you can still sort of see the cuts getting put in the truck.
I would get one more.
Don't rip the plastic.
Oh.
Gotta say, I gotta hand it to my two oldest sons because they always love helping with the loading and unloading of all the cuts in the truck, as well as the unloading of the semi and so forth. And if it wasn't for them, the process would clearly take way longer. So I really appreciate their help, and they're always willing to help me. I love it. It's a family business after all, so it's awesome. Alright, so we're going to go make a delivery. This is essentially the end of the process here. You'll see I'll be driving here a little bit in a minute, and ultimately just going to get it delivered, and that's that.
Lock the door.
Good old backcountry roads. You can't beat them. They're always just so peaceful just to drive and cruise along, but doing business at the same time. So that's a pretty cool thought to think about that. All right, that about sums it up. I'm about to make a delivery, and that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.